Sorry about that, guys. So the issue wasn't actually with this line. It was with this line. I had an extra comma, parentheses out of it like that, and it was screwing up the next line. So that was the issue. Sorry about that. All right, I think this should probably do it. So bug collector, good. All right, so let's do 3. All right, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Cool. Did 7 as we want. Oh, total. I wrote here total bugs. I changed it to total. Sorry. Okay, now let's try it. Let's see here. 9 with 10, 14, 20, 27, 11, 38. And that, yep, 38. Perfect. Cool. All right. Very nice. Let's go on to the next one. All right. And yeah, just so you know, yeah, this is the same as saying total equals. It's the same as saying total equals total plus bugs per day. Right? Same thing. Alrighty. So, sorry about the issues. I didn't see that, and then I finally saw it. Alright. 2. Running on a particular treadmill, you burn 3.9 calories per minute. Write a program that uses a loop to display the number of calories burned after 10, 15, 20, 25, 30 minutes. Alright, so we can try that. Alright. Calories per minute, we'll call it. Cal per min. Cool. Alright. So let's so our idea is that after 10 minutes, so every minute's 3.9, it doesn't change. We assume it doesn't change. So 10 times 3.9, 39, sure. So number of calories is just going to be 3.9 times the minutes. But we need to use a loop, write a program that uses a loop to display the number of calories burned after 10. Alright, fine. So the output's just going to be 10 minutes. 10. It's going to look like this. Minute 10, x 39 calories. Something like that. Okay? And then it'll be for all of them. So what we need to do is, we need a for loop, but what I think we're going to need is, let's call this, I don't know what I'll call it, index, I'll call it counter. And then for in range of 30 is where we want to stop. But we want it to go up by 5, we want it to start at 10, so we want counter. I think we can just, I don't know, I've never actually really used for loops in Python, so this is sort of a learning experience for me, but I have plenty of experience with it in C and Java, but C mostly. So we could probably start a counter at 10, right? But what about our incrementer? We want it to let me just check. If we want it to increment by a different number, then let me just look it up in the documentation. Oh, okay. So it looks like you can actually do 4 numbers in range of, and then put those numbers in by hand, which we'll do for now. It's not a great programmatic way to do it. There has to be a programmatic way to do it. Programmatic, when I say that, I mean by not hard coding. But we'll do it for now. And I guess that'll work. So like, yeah, we can do that. Alright, so, or we can actually say, Yeah, alright, fair enough. Okay, so counter should stand for, 10 and 20. So if we have a print statement, oh, we need the number of calories burned. So we'll just say calories equals, I don't know if we need to initialize it, equals 3.9 times counter, right? Because counter's the number of minutes. Let's see if this works. Yeah, we'll want this inside the loop, so let's try it on 1. Minute counter burn, or say calories burned. Calories burn. Let's see if this works. I'm not so sure if it will, but we will see. This one is called calories per minute. Ah, okay, so at most 3 arguments. Is that so? Let me see something. Okay, there's an example in the book. Yeah, there is a more programmatic way we can do it. Alright, so we can do this instead. Create a global variable. We actually have, so counter should start at 10 anyways, but let me just see something. Yeah, okay, we can, I guess we can do it as much as 3. So counter, we'll just call it start, equals 10. And oh, okay, so here looking at this, it says you can have 3 things in the constructor as arguments. So you have start, end, and then the increment. So that's interesting. So does it say that? Where does it say that? Where does it say how many arguments target range can have? Range function. It is a function. You can call it on its own. Produces a sequence of numbers that increases by 1 by default. If you pass a 3rd argument, that's the step value. Very nice. Cool. So we can actually, we don't even need to create variables for this. We can just say, we don't need variables. We can actually just say, okay, start at 10, end at 30, step up by 5. Let's try that now. Cool, that worked. And that's it. So that's something I didn't know. The first arguments you already want to start, second argument is where you want to end, and the third argument, if there is one, is step, how many you step by. Otherwise, it's just going to go up by 1, I imagine. Yeah, see, otherwise it just goes up by 1. Cool. Alright. Very nice, I like that. It's kind of a neat way to do it. Okay, next one. Budget analysis sounds boring, but let's see. Write a program that asks the user to enter the amount that he or she has budgeted for a month. Loop then prompts for their expenses. Keep the running total. We kind of just did that with bug counter. Let's see. See if there's a more interesting one. Yeah, you know what? The average rainfall, I think, is going to come back as other questions. I did this. I did starting out with Java, same series. They ask the same questions, exact same questions. So I know that as you go on, they ask more questions. Okay. Oh, this is let's see. Yeah. Okay. Ready to display the Celsius temperature 0 through 20 and their Fahrenheit equivalent. All right. Let's do that one. Let's kind of a nice one. And I think we'll be coming back to it when you get to functions, arrays. They'll be asking about that for sure. The same question even. Okay, we'll call this F2C. Okay. Let's see if we can paste this in. Kind of, not really. 9 divided by 5 times C plus 32. Cool. Alright. So, we only need to display 0 through 20 and the Fahrenheit equivalent. So, Fahrenheit, so we basically do the same thing we just did. We basically have a Fahrenheit, so we'll say 4. We want to convert Celsius to Fahrenheit. F is the Fahrenheit table, and C is Celsius temperature. Sorry. So we want Celsius 0 through 20, so we'll just call this Celsius then. In range, so we want to start at 0 and go to 20, and we want to step up by 1, which I think it does by default. So, alright, so then we can just say Fahrenheit, great word, equals, so with order of operations, 9 divided by 5 times, actually we want to change it from Celsius, don't we? So if we start, or wait, where are we on? 0 through 20. So we know, okay, all right. So Celsius plus 32 times Celsius. So let's actually put this in together. Cool. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, good. Let's actually put this outside the loop. I don't think it needs to be in here. It might screw something up. So, not sure. Whoops, what did I just do? Alright. What's the problem here? Okay, so 4 Celsius. So Celsius is the first, let's see, Fahrenheit. So Celsius can't, we need Celsius to, I guess, start at 0. So actually this probably does want to be inside the loop, doesn't it? Wait, this is a, whoop, hold on. This should be a fairly easy question, but I'm not sure I'm making it more difficult than it needs to be. Let me just think for a second. I've done this many times. I just thinking how to oh, whoops. Hold on. This needs to be C. This needs to be C. Yeah. Okay. So then let's see. Let's just try printing it. So we'll try with the format. We'll say Celsius, and then tab over and do Fahrenheit. Let's try that. Python 3C. Oh, efficacy. Yeah, that works. 32, 33.8. So yeah, it starts at 32. Perfect. Alright, that wasn't so bad. I like to always have, let's see, let's put see if we can put on top the Celsius and the, put a, you know what I mean, make it look nice. Celsius. And then, Fahrenheit. Then we'll have a new line with, let's see if that works. Yep, it's a little bit off. Love these, let's see. Register. Yeah, whatever, doesn't matter. But you get the point. Cool. Let's actually tab this over twice. And then I'll mark this a little bit longer. Okay. Good enough, I think. Alrighty? No, not good enough. What happened? Oh, why did that happen? Oh, there's two tabs. That's why that was doing that. What? What? Oh. Oh, I see. This guy. Yeah. Oh, I did mean to put two tabs here, but I think I had my there we go. Now this, we can use format for that. I'm not super sure on how. Let me just see something on how to do Python 3 format points. Let's see what it says. So you want to do, what do you do that? F or uppercase F. Yep, pretty cool. And then you can do, so what's this? Oh, do all the string handling yourself by string slicing, concatenating. Okay, so I'm not using the string methods. Let's see something. Okay, so what's this formatting? You use, so you actually do it in a, oh, I see. So you actually have to, let me just keep this handy. So let's keep it to 2 decimal places, 1 decimal place, honestly. So let's do this. So let's say, I guess we can't put it in a, is there any way to keep it in a format field? Let me see. I know this doesn't really matter, but it does matter. But it's not something. Okay, it looks like. Hold on. Yeah, okay, so if we want to do that, we have to do. This would be where we. And then dot format. Then we put the. I think we can put that in here. Let's try that. No, does not think that is the way to do it either. Hold on 1 second. So, string format is a string formatting method. Let's see, how does it work? Putting one or more replacement fields and the placeholder defined by a pair of curly braces into a string called string format. Value which to put in the placeholder. So it's a lot like printf from C. So how do we put a variable? MyString.format. MyString. So MyString. Huh. I don't know if that's how it's gonna work. Well, so this is the new way to do it. This is how we do it in C. But let's see an example. Yeah. Okay, so we do that, and then dot format, and then I suppose. Hold on, let me see. Yeah, that. So actually, this needs to be dot format. Then we want. What about a variable? Oh, I see. It actually needs to have this. I think. Not quite. How do you write the whole thing out? Alright, for now, we'll leave it how it is, but I'd like to get back to that. Okay. Anyway, sorry about that. So, let's go on. To the next one. Pennies for pay. That was actually sort of a big project in my first Java class. Write a program that calculates the amount of money a person would earn over a period of time if his or her salary is 1 penny for the first, 2 pennies for the second, and then continues. The program should ask the user for a number of days. Display a table showing what the salary for each day was for each day. Show the number. It's a fun one because you get to see how it increments. There's just some numbers with a for loop. We can do that pretty easily. We actually did that already. Program should ask the user for a number of days in a table, and then show the salary was for the day, and then they show the total pay at the end of the period. The output should be displayed in a dollar amount, not the number of pennies. Alright, so cool. So, pennies day. Let's call it that. Okay. Let's clear this. Okay. So, alright. So, how do we do this? So, they double each day. The penny doubles each day. So, let's see. Oh, okay. So, our for loop is going to have, like, this will be the number of days. And then the collection will just be range. And then in here we'll have the number. Well, in here we'll have from 0 to day, I would say. And day will be taken from the user input. So we can just say, I guess we could just do that, right? Days equals int input enter number of days. Let's try that. And so, let's just try this out. So then, it doubles every day, huh? So, it's a total. Total equals, well, it'd be a total equals total times days, I guess. Well, no, it would double every day, though. Equals days. So, sorry, on day 1 it would be 1. On day 2 it would be 2. And day 3 would be 4. Let's write this out. Day 2, 2. Sorry, get a little annoyed with this stuff. And then day 3, 4, and so on. And then day 4, 8. Yeah. So days, yeah, day 1 would be 1 times 2 is well, day 1 would be 1 times 1. Day 2 would be 2 times 2. Day 3 would be 2 times. Sorry, day 2 would be 2 times 1. Day 3 would be 2 times 2. Day 4 would be 2 times 4. So you're just multiplying it by. Well, hold on. Except for day 1 would be 1. Day 2 would be 2, and then double each day. So day 3 would be 4. Day 4 would be 8. Day 5 would be 16. So that wouldn't double the day. On even days, it would double. On odd days, it would double plus 1, I think. Right? Well, no, not really, because then day 6 would be 32. I did this before. Let me just think. Day, let's see. So actually, so we don't want to start from 0. We want to start from 1 because that's day 1. And I think, yeah, so it's day 1 is day 1 is 1, day 2 is, okay, so yeah, so it'd be the day plus 1 actually. That's, and then we would just multiply it by 2. So just the number of days multiplied by 2. Oops, wrong way around. And then we can just, well, we can print it here. We can print it here. Day, and then we'll just call that days, right? And then the amount is total. Let's see what happens when we do that. What do we call this? Pennies. Try 5 days. Oh, day. I wrote day, not days. Okay, well that's something. It's not the answer, but it's something. Oh, I forgot to put F. Alright, cool. So our total maybe should not be initialized. Actually, the total needs to be initialized, isn't it? But not at 0. At well, let's see what happens. Whoops. What happened here? Total. Oh, so you do need to initialize if you're calling it inside here. It needs to be initialized. Now I thought it should be 0, but if it's initialized at 0, it'll always be 0. Let's start it at 1. See what happens there. All right, that's something. 2, 4, 8, 16, 32. There we go. Now we just need to write that, make it correct. Instead of 1, it's 1 penny. Let's try this. Nice. 2, 4, 8, 16. Let's see what happens when we get higher, though. Alright, that seems to work. $5. Now we get to, yep, $1.28. 64. Perfect. Look at that. At the end of 30 days, you got, what is it, 10 million? Yeah, $10 million. Not bad. Cool. And what does it need other than that? You display a table with a salary. Okay, so we just need to have a table here. So day, oh, and then the total. We need a total at the end as well. So let's see. Cool. So let's see, day, tab, earnings. New line. Cool. Let's put a tab here. That works. Cool. Nice. All right. Very good. Can we do a new line in here? Imagine we can. Oh, it just doesn't. Yeah, it doesn't really work that well. could have a new line at the beginning of the print statement. That works. Cool. All right, and that's about it. Oh, we need to get the total, don't we? So, let's call this total, or let's call this day total, or let's call this daily earnings. And then we'll have, oops, what did I just do? Oh, I put the wrong thing. Oh, we don't need the total, do we? Here, I put this in the wrong place. This is days. This is total earnings. Shouldn't use a mouse. Try not to use a mouse at all. It's actually quite nice not using a mouse. Really, you wouldn't think it'd be that comfortable. It really actually makes things way better, for the most part. Let's open up a new window. Nice. All right. Let's see. Do we need to? Not the number of pennies. Yeah, it works. Oh, we need to, oh, you know what? We have the total. See, $10.24. It's a running total. You see it. So, and then yeah, so it's fine. That gives you the answer. So, cool. All right, let's do one of these. Oh wait, let's do one of these because these can be challenging. All right, so here's the thing that I've found with nested loops. Let's call this, and it's this. Hold on. That helped me a lot to understand it is with nested loops. It's hold on one sec, sorry. Outside of the loop goes fast. For loop. And then, so this is the outside. Just call it an old-fashioned for loop. And then this is the inside. So this goes slow. This goes fast. So in other words, let's say that this one goes up goes up to 5. Okay, so it's less that goes up till it's less than or equal to 5, and this one goes up till it's less than or equal to 2. What'll happen is you'll get the outside loop will go once, and then the inside loop will go 0, 1, 2. Then back to the outside for 1, 0, 1, 2, then back here for 2, 0, 1, 2. So the outside loop goes slowly, and then the inside loop, for each loop of the outside, the inside loop finishes before you even get to the back here. So that's sort of important to understand, I think. So that means that for this, we want to consider how do we want to go 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We want that to be our, so our outside loop, we want to be our rows. Sorry, yeah, our inside loop is what I meant. The loop that goes fast, we want that to be the rows. The columns go slow. Right? Let's try that out. Well, so We'll even call it row in range. What we can end up doing is, I don't think we can do this right now, is, oh, you know what, we can actually probably, I think we can have it start at like, well, what is it, 1, 2, 3, 4, sorry, 3, 4, 5, 6. So we want it to start at 6, but then for each outside loop, sorry, for each time it loops in the outside, that's going to be our columns. We want it to go 6, then 5, then 4. So that's going to be 6 to 1, right? So we're going from 6 to 1, and then we're stepping down by -1. I think this should work. I don't see why it wouldn't. Sorry, this is our outside, our inside loop. Our outside loop, I think this needs to get, here's our inside, or outside loop, sorry. That's going to be columns, range, and it's just going to go from 0 to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. There's seven columns, right? So 7. Let's see if this. Okay, that should work. So then we need to just print a asterisk. I think. Let's see if this will work. I'm not 100% sure if it will, but we'll see. It's not printing anything. Okay. This might. Why is that printing anything? Oh, it did print. Never mind. So, hold on. I'm a little confused. Yeah. Oh, I see. So it's just going from 0, 0, 1 to 0. I think this is what we want is I think that's how we want to do it. Let me just think for a sec. So why is it doing new lines every time? So it should go 1, and then oh, I see why. This needs to start at columns. I'm pretty sure it needs to start at columns. No, let's see. Columns. Let's see if that works. That does anything actually. Not really. Let's get rid of this for a sec. Huh. Column. Just one. Oh, you know, we're gonna have to just initialize it from 0 to 7. And then this one, we want this, I think we want it to start at 6, but we'll see. Oh, I see. That's why that's not working. This is Yeah, we do want this to go down, right? So column, yeah, the size is 7. That should be fine with 0. And then just think for a sec. Seven minus column. Not sure if that'll even do anything. Huh, what do you think here? These are always a little challenging for me. But we should see. This just let me try this with just columns. Okay, not really. Need a -1 step. Let's see if that'll work. No, that doesn't actually. Column to half. I'm not sure. What do you think here? So, okay, we have columns in the range of 7, which we do want 7 columns. It's fine. So we probably, oh, I see. All right, I think we actually want to print within this loop as well. Hold on, there we go. All right, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 7. Great. Now, we want this to go from 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, that's 7. So also 7 to 1, and then step down by -1. Let's see if that works. Why does it do that? Huh. Oh, there's a thing, I'm looking online, there's a thing called end, which I don't know, I guess. Oh, you know what? Hold on. Okay, so from 7 to 0. Oh, this might act. No, this one. I would think this. Yeah, okay, that should be fine. I would think Sorry, one sec. Yeah, start at 7. Okay, then we'll go down to 0, and then we'll step that down by -1 as well. Let's try that. Okay. And then for row, we want that to start, maybe let's start that at 0. And then, oops, that's not 0, that's, column +1? Not really. What is end? So I'm seeing this online. End. Oh, it's like a separator. That's pretty cool. There's a separator in here, and C, you have to do that by hand. Okay, that did something, not what we wanted, but something. It didn't create a new line, which is nice. Let me just see something. Yeah, this should work. Okay. Huh. I'm not even sure what that does, but it puts a, looks like it's doing, on the end of each line, there's a space instead of a new line, it looks like, so that's kind of nice. Yeah, that'll work too. Great. But then, 4 column, in range, 7, 0, stepping down 1, that's fine. Maybe this shouldn't step down. I didn't do anything. Column +1. We need this to be outside and then finish this. So 0 to 7. Step down -1. I don't know. Come on. And then use print R. Ah. Oops. Oh, there we go. So we needed, what is, that's weird. Yeah, so it's kind of what I thought it was. It just is the other way around. So it starts at 7 and then steps down 1. But so that's the outside. Then the inside starts at 0. Hold on, let me just see something. Yeah, so R is a carriage return, and it's an escape. Hold on one sec. I don't know why that worked. I just found it online. Carriage return. Control mechanism used to reset a device's position. Computers. Let's see. Oh, it moves the active position to the current line. So, okay, but it is kind of what I thought. It starts at 7, and then goes down by 1, but then that's the outside. The inside starts at 0 and prints to whatever column's position is. So here, column's position is 7. So it prints, so remember, inside goes fast, so it goes outside 1, starting at 0. Inside goes 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Printing all this, and then finishes. Now this goes down 1 to the next line. 1, 2, 3, 4, and then this goes 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 because it goes up to whatever column you're on. Yeah. So interesting. Do we need this though? Is that necessary? I'm not really sure. No. Yes, it is. It's kind of odd. Okay. I'm not sure if that really explains it, but it kind of makes sense to me, I guess. Okay, we have another pattern we can do. Let's do it in the same program. So it's this now. Oops, it's actually not that. It has some space. It has spaces each time. I should say it goes like that. Hold on. You know what, let's just do this with asterisks. So it goes, because otherwise that's how you do a wait, is this it? Yeah. One, two, three, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, let's see. And then let's just comment this out. Oops. Okay, so let's try that. Let's comment this out as well. Alright, so this might be a little bit more difficult, but again, we're going to actually start from the beginning. So instead of starting, so we'll have column, hello, column, column, and so this one we can start from 0 and go to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6, or go to 5 actually. Then this go. So this will be like, so this will be 1. So this will be, I guess, this will probably be column plus 2. So we'll start at 0, go to column plus 2, because this is 1, that's 2, that's spaces, I guess, and then that's 2, that's 1, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. So however many, whatever line column is on, whoops, we don't want that. Whatever line column is on, that's how many spaces we want. We want to print, so we want to print a asterisk, and then I think we want to print a space. Let's try that. Alright, let's try the carriage return. It seemed to work last time. Okay, so it's actually, let's see, it's doing 1, 2, okay, so that's 0, so we should start at 1 then, I guess. I'll just start at 1. I guess that won't really matter. just think about this. So it's kind of the opposite way, but then it's going to be the number of, this will be the number of asterisks, where this will be the number, I'm not so sure. Let me think about this for a sec.